16 tutorials so far. As you know, I love Topaz Studio 2. You can get really creative with it, and that's what these tutorials are all about, how you can really use it for your advantage to make artistic images. Um, we're making this image here today of this flower. I'm going to link it in the description below so you can download this image and follow along with me. It's a great way of learning. Hey, so without any further ado, let's get started. I'm starting out today inside of Photoshop, and I went ahead and duplicated the background layer and ran it through Topaz Denoise AI, because let me just show you here. I'm going to zoom into this image here, shut off the Denoise AI layer, and you'll see there's a lot of noise in this image. So I just wanted to get rid of that. I'm going to be adding textures and things to this image, but I wanted to start out with a nice clean image because I think I'm going to remove the effects off the flower itself. Now I'm going to duplicate the background layer, and let's call this TS2 because we're going to send this into Topaz Studio 2 next. So let me go ahead and launch Studio 2. The first thing I want to do in Studio 2 is to add a filter and a texture filter. So we'll just open up the texture filter. Now, I don't know if you know about this, but there's presets at the bottom of the filter. Every one of your filters has presets that come pre-packaged with Studio 2. So let's go ahead and open up the presets here, and let's click on this one called Texture Example. And right away, I really like that because I'm thinking I'm going to add some painterly effects to this. So let's go ahead and click Apply. And now our filter opens up here, and we can see that it's chosen the Victorian fade texture, which is cool. And let's see here. I'm pretty happy with everything except the opacity. I think I might pull up the opacity. Now the blend mode is the normal blend mode, which I really like it here. But I think I'm going to take my opacity up to, I don't know, maybe close to 50. Let's say 50%. First off, let me pull it down a little bit because what I want to do is I want to mask it off the flower itself in the vase here. So let's go ahead and click on a layer mask, and let's get a brush and make sure we're painting with black paint. And I'm going to shut my edge aware off, and I'm going to leave my softness where it is, and let's just paint it off of the flower and the vase. Or vase, however you like to say it. I'll say vase. Probably saying that wrong. You can correct me if I am. But I'm going to get it off of this. And then I'll turn up the opacity. Okay. So now let's turn up the opacity a little bit. Because I'm thinking this is going to look really nice with the painterly effect. It already has kind of a painterly quality, but I think I'm going to go up to 50. I think that's going to be pretty good right there. We're off to a good start. Let's go ahead and add the impression filter. And I think a good sub-theme for this tutorial today would be working with presets. Okay, so let's examine the presets in the impression filter. Again, they're right down at the bottom of the filter. Now, don't forget, we also have looks that we can work with too, but presets are cool too, and you can save presets as well. And if you get a style that you like, you could save it as a preset. And let's see, I want to go with this one called, I think it's Perfect Pastel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Perfect Pastel. And that looks really beautiful. Now, I think I'm going to remove it from the flower itself, but I love what it's doing to the background. It's really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and click Apply. And it's using type 12 stroke. It's using a high number of strokes. Now, again, we could come here and alter any of these settings that we want. And then we could save that as a new preset if we'd like. And by the way, to save a preset, you just come right here to this little icon right here. Save current settings as a preset. So you can save your own preset, give it a name or whatever. But I think everything on it looks pretty good. And I think I'm going to be happy with it. It's normal blend mode, full opacity, 100%. And let's go down to texture. I believe there's like a texture on it. And yeah, it's using this paper 2. If I zoom into this, you can see that. Yeah, see that texture? And that's really nice. I like it. Okay, so that looks really cool. And the background type is set to original. So I like it. So what I'm going to do is right-click this mask on texture. and choose copy mask, and then I'm going to come to the layer mask icon on the impression filter, right click it, and now I'm going to paste that mask. So now I have it totally removed from the flower and the vase, which I think it looks really pretty. And now I think we're going to add a AI remix filter to it next. Okay, let's add a AI remix filter. And I think I'm going to use the very first one, this preset called a Neon Rise. Only that's much too strong, so let's see. Let's take it back. And let's take it way back. I just like that little bit of a color that it's putting in there. And I'm thinking maybe right around the 20, somewhere right around in there looks pretty nice. Now again, I don't like it on the flower at all. So we can go ahead and still that mask. And it's already in my buffer when I copied it before. It remains in your computer's buffer. So let's just right click on this mask icon right here on AI Remix and paste that mask. And as you can see, there it is. So copying masks and pasting them can really save you a lot of time. And I'm really happy with this, and I think it looks really beautiful because I like what's happening. We have this nice painterly background, but yet we don't have it on the flower itself, which looks cool. So I'm happy with that. So all we have to do now, if we're satisfied with everything, we can just go ahead and click accept, and that sends us right back into Photoshop. Let's go ahead and take a look at the before. So here's the before. And this is a really pretty image just to start out, and here's the after. But I really love it with this painterly background. It's more like a whimsical look, and it's really pretty. And I think I might just come down to the adjustment layers here and add a brightness contrast adjustment layer. And I think I might just pull up the brightness a little bit on this image just to make it a little lighter. Not much, but just a little bit, just to make it a little more cheerful and bright. That looks really cool. For the finishing touches on this image, I just want to add a nice border to it. I'm going to use Nik software to do that, and I need to pull all these layers together so I can take this into Nik software. So I'm just going to stamp it onto a new layer right here. And then we're going to come up to Filter, and I'm going to launch the Nik Collection Color Effects Pro 4, where I'll get the border filter. Color Effects Pro 4 has been around for a very long time, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there own it. It's now owned by the company DxO. They bought it off of Google, and I have the newest update, but I really love this software. And DxO are constantly working to improve it. So I'm looking for image borders in this big list of different filters in here. Image borders right here. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And then we have all these different border types we can choose from. Like right now it's on type 1, so we can go through some of these borders. You just hover over them and find one that you kind of like. And type 4 is pretty cool. And type 5. They're all actually really cool. Actually, I do like that one too. Let's just find one that we kind of like. I kind of like that one. And let's just hover through some of these. Decisions, huh? I think I might go with this type 12. Now we can adjust the size of this so we can, pull it in more, give it more of a border, or give it less of a border, however you want it. So I'm thinking maybe a border somewhere around there. I just like the look of it here. Then you can adjust the spread. So let's move it to the right. And that just spreads the black portion, okay, makes it wider or more narrow. So we can adjust that. I think I might narrow it up a bit, maybe somewhere right around in there. And then we have clean and rough. So if you move it over to clean, it kind of cleans up the edges a little bit. Move it to rough, you'll see they'll get a little more rougher looking. See how they look a little more rough? So just adjust that to where you like it. I might just take it a little more to the clean side right there. Now here's a really cool feature here where it says vary border. You can go ahead and click this and it'll randomly change it. And just stop where you get one that you really like. And let me see, which one do I like? That's not bad. That's not bad. I think I'm going to go with this one right here. And just make sure I like my size. I might want to pull it in a little bit. Okay, maybe right there. I think that looks cool. And if you're happy with it, you can just go ahead and click OK, or you can click Add Filter and keep adding other filters to it. But I'm done actually, so I'm just going to click OK, and that'll send it back into Photoshop. Here we are back in Photoshop, so let's see the before and after. Here's the before, and here's the after. I like it. Now you can also take this opacity and pull this back a little bit and let a little bit of the image show through the border, something like that, which is kind of cool too, if you just want to have a little bit of a tint on the border itself out here. It's kind of nice, but I think I like it at full strength, so I'm going to leave it at full strength. It's kind of bold and right in your face. So we came from here and went to here. This was a fun little image, and it was really fast today because we used some presets in Topaz Studio 2. Well, there it is. Hey, this was a fun, fast, easy edit today. Those presets are really cool. Hey, if you enjoyed this tutorial today, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe and click the bell notification icon. Then every time I upload a new tutorial, you will be notified about it.